Welcome back everyone. Today we're in the Giants editor and I'm Jewel, and as you can see we're on the FR map, and this is a mod map that you can edit, and I'm going to do a tutorial on how to do and add the pedestrian system. So we're just going to do probably two versions of it, but let's go ahead and get started. I appreciate all the new subscribers. Welcome to the channel. Go ahead and smash that like button if you like these tutorials. Appreciate all the ones that have been watching. Thank you for staying tuned. We're going to go on and jump right in real quick and get going. So as you see here in the scene graph, normally you would have this spline group right here, all of this, all of that, everything that's in here, up here under gameplay. So I've added a new one. I'm going to delete that one, but I'm just giving you some examples real quick. Basically this one was the original to this map, and it has all the different splines, and these are highlighted where you can see them because I checked the visibility to bring it back. If you uncheck it, it goes invisible like these, like you can see there. So that's what that's all about there. And if you'll click on the pedestrian system, you'll see that it has some attributes in the user attributes area. It has an onCreate and an XML file, and it basically calls it from the in-game map and the information it needs from the i3D. So basically we're going to do all that from scratch, but I'm going to show you where you can find that information if you need it, if you don't have one already. Say you have a blank map that you're working on and you already, all that's been deleted and you don't know what in the world to put there. I'm going to show you how you can find it. So basically you would need a mod map, or if you don't already have one, you pretty much just go into the in-game map. It'd be the best way. So I'm going to click on my file explorer, pick the drive that has your farming simulator game. Mine is in D. I don't know if yours might be in C or another drive, but mine is in D drive, so I'm going to click on that. Then you're going to click Steam Library, double click if it's in Steam. Now mine's in Steam, yours might be somewhere else. So if yours isn't in Steam, check whatever drive, probably C drive, program files 86, double click, and then you might have one that has the actual game in here. I'm not sure, but here I have a Steam here and a Steam apps here, and then a common, and then the 19 one. So you could try that path and then go 19, 22, whatever yours is, and then keep going from there, the same path that I tell you. But otherwise mine is in Steam, in D drive, and in the Steam library. So here's Steam library, double click, Steam apps, double click, common, double click, farming simulator 22, double click, data or data, double click, maps, double click, and pick the map you want. In this case we're on FR, so we're going to pick that, double click. We're going to roll down. There's a couple things I'm going to tell you about real quick before we do it. You can grab a hold if you want to. You don't have to, but you can. Take pedestrian system and copy it, and copy traffic system as well. Copy them. You can copy them at the same time or separately. You can hit highlight one, hit control, and hit highlight traffic system, let go control, right click on it, copy. Do not cut. This is in your main game. You need to keep it there. Hit copy. I'm not going to copy because I already have one, but I'm going to show you where you could put it or whatever. Okay, and you don't have to do this. You can skip this step. This is if you want this in your map from the XML in your map and not just calling from in-game. Okay, so you'd hit copy, then you're going to go to documents, my games, or wherever your map is. Mine's in here, farming simulator 22 mods, and in this case we're going to go under my 4X map, and you'll see I pasted them in here. We got the pedestrian and the traffic system. If you would then right click in this white area and click paste, but I didn't copy it, so it's not giving me that example. Alright, so now you would have them in here. So when we're about to do this step over here, see in the scene graph here, we're about to show you where that you can find all this other information to type in here, but this information here is calling from the end game. You can leave it to the end game and not worry about it. You don't have to change the people's speeds and all that, but if you're choosing to change all that, you need to put the XML in your map, because then you can go in there in the XML in your map and change things, but you don't want to change all that in the main game. I hope that makes sense. So if you want to call it and not change anything from the in-game stuff, but you're okay with it calling the people from there, you can put this in-game information here. You can see it says data and all that. But if you want it to come from your map and be in there, so you can change speeds or whatever you want to change, if you want to learn how to change all that, then you need to put it in your game, in your main game map, and then not main game, but in your map, the one you're working on. Put the XML in there, and then you can come in here at that point and just take away whatever parts you got to take away. So in this case, in mine, it was only going to be pedestrian system. I would take away everything else, because if you'll look at mine is in this area. It's not even under maps. Like in this particular case, whoever made this 4X map didn't even have a maps. If you have one that has maps, you'll go under maps and then say maybe you put it in here, or if you went further, you'd put it in here. So you probably would put it in here. So you would need to write maps, map.fr, and then the XML file. So you would paste that XML file in here, the pedestrian system and the traffic system one in here where these are, and then you would write in this box here by where it says XML file in the user attributes area. You would write maps, map.fr, and then the XML. So you would basically just delete data, and you would have maps, map, fr, and then the XML. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. You can just call from the end game as long as you're not going to be changing anything like the speeds or whatever else that you can change in there. Okay. Also, if you want to, if you click on back to go back to where the map is. Let's see, my games, and this time it's going to be the other map of mine, just to show you where these files are. If you want to change these, you need to put them in your map. Don't change them in the main game. Okay, so put the pedestrian system and traffic system XML in here, and then change it in here. And if you know how to do it, you can come in here and change things, because you have different things you can do, the way that the speed is, how they walk and things, the ground, different things. But I wouldn't really change a lot of it. Maybe the speed you could, but I don't really like screwing with that too much, because you can mess up a lot of things, and if it works, why fix it if it's not broke? But there are things you can change if you want things to be quicker, faster, or whatever they're doing. You can see there's sound. There's lots of stuff in here. This is where you would edit that, and they got the males and the females, and tells what all their information is. And I wouldn't prefer messing with much of this too much. But anyway, that's another area of potential ability to change some things, but we're not going to change it. I'm just going to click out of that, minimize. But I just wanted to add that into this video about the pedestrians, so you could see that. And there you go. Now we're going to run on to the next thing. I'm going to go back 2D, Steam Library, Steam Apps, Common, double clicking all these, Farming Simulator, data, double clicking, maps, double clicking, map FR, double clicking, and in this case we're going to left click on map i3D and right click on it and edit with Notepad++. We're not going to change anything in here. We are just coming in here to look. So we're going to go to the top of the page. This won't be there for you, so I'll put it down. Alright, so when you come in here, you could do a couple of different things. But what we're going to do is say, hit Control F on your keyboard and then bring this up. You're going to type in pedestrian system. So spell it just like that, okay? Pedestrian, and then a capital S, Y, and then a lowercase YSTEM. Hit Find Next, and it's going to take you to here. Hit Find Next again, and it's going to take you to here. So now you got this information, and it tells you what you need and what you got to put. So we're gonna hold off for just a second. We're gonna go ahead while we're here and copy this. So put just the wording in there right up to these quotation marks, and do not take those, just this inside area. Right click on it, hit copy, do not cut. You're going to look over here to your left, right on the same line, and you're going to see it says on create. That's a capital C, and it's the type is a script callback. So that's what we need to do. Okay, but first we're going to make us a hang on, let's go back to the Giants editor. Don't undo that. Okay, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to delete this old one, or I may make a new one and then delete it so I can explain it to you. I'll make a new one and then delete both of these in just a second. I want to explain something to you. So hit create and do a transform group, and we're going to make a splines group. Okay, so you're going to roll up, highlight transform, write the word splines, lowercase. Alright, and it's going to pop up here. Now we're going to make another one. Hit transform group after you hit create, then highlight that, and we're going to call this pedestrian, lowercase pedestrian. Then we're going to put system, capital SYSTEM, and that's going to change that. Make sure you spelled it right. Yep. Okay, so now we're going to cut that. You can basically do that a multitude of ways, or at least 3 for sure. You can hit edit, cut, click on splines, edit, and paste, and that'll put that within there. And as you can see, that's the structure that they had, and they also had a structure of traffic system. This is the original splines, pedestrian system, traffic system, and AI. We will do that later. We're working on the pedestrian system right now. So basically, if you open that, then you see all their stuff. Okay, so now we need some information. If you'll click back on their pedestrian system, you'll see that it has this information here. There's a couple of ways you can tend to this, but what you're going to want to do is find out what you need, so you can make yours what you need without having all that, because it doesn't have any of that. So what we're going to do is, we can leave it there for now on theirs, but we're going to go back over here to, let's go back where we were. Did I already open it? Yeah, I did. So we're going to go back to the Notepad++ where we were, and we're going to see we got all this information here. So we need that one to be on create with a capital C, script callback, and then we'll put this inside the box. So we're going to go back to the editor. We're going to click on our pedestrian system, and we're going to come down here and put it on script callback, and we're going to put this here, and we're going to type on lowercase capital C lowercase REATE, make sure it's right, click add. Then we're going to paste what we had copied in this box, and that'll be the on create. So it'll be pedestrian system dot on create, and you capitalize the C, the S, and the P, so the rest is not capitalized. Alright, so now we need another bit of information. So you're going to go back to the Notepad++, and you're going to look under it, and it says XML file string, and it's got this data maps and pedestrian system XML. You're going to highlight that, you're going to hit copy. Okay, you're going to remember string and XML file with a capital F. You're going to XML file and a string, remember that. Write it down if you can't remember. Come here, go to string, come here, write XML lowercase, capital F ILE lowercase, add, then you're going to paste that information in there. Now remember, I told you can put that XML file in your own map, but if you do, you need to change this to call it from wherever in the world you put it. So if you put it in maps and some other name and another name and another name, then finally there, wherever you put it, that's where you need to write what you need to write here, wherever you put it. So in this case, I'm just going to let it call from the game main game, because I'm not going to change any of the speeds of the people walking or anything else. So leave it be. Alright, so now we're done with that. Now we need to get on with it, and we're going to make some more things. But before we go too much further, we're going to go ahead and click on splines, and we're going to cut it. Click edit cut, and we're going to paste it up here. But we're going to delete this one. Actually, let me paste that back down here for a second. Edit, we're just going to put paste. I want to show you something before I delete this one. So this is the one I made up, and this is my spline I had made up, and another one I made up. So I'm going to reproduce this just to show you something. So we're going to delete this right now, but as you can see, this is what I have, my information, and that's what I'm going to work with. This one has 5 on density, so that it was more people walking. The other one had less on account of where it was. It's right here, and the people would walk off. If there's too many people walking there, they're going to push each other over the edge, because they're got to go around each other when they run into each other, so they walk out of this instead of where they should. So you want the level of the density when it's up against a wall like this down lower, because if you don't, and there's so many people walking, they're going to walk off the wall, be floating in the air, and walk back. So they're going to go over here, come out. So that's something I wanted to show you. And this one in particular has a one directional checkbox here, which is a boolean, and you need to do those kind when you have when it looks like this, where there's these two lines closer together. Now if you don't have the lines close together like this, and it's going around and coming back, and I'll show you what that looks like. Hang on, let me show you. Open this one, click on this one, I think, and go F to get there. No, that's not the one. Let me find it. Oh, that ain't the one either. Let me see. It might be this one. Okay, this is it. See, this one don't have the one directional over here in the user attributes in the left hand corner bottom. It only has these 3. It don't have that, and the reason is it's just whoop, one circle. Okay, and from my understanding, I thought that, just from looking at it, not necessarily that I assumed that. I mean, I just assumed it from looking at it, that the one directional, let me hit F and go back to where this is. See how this one is here? They're together like that. They go ahead and loop, but they still together on this part here. That's the one directional. So if you make one that looks like that, make it a one directional, in my opinion. Now I don't know for sure all the details of it, but that's just the way I'm looking at it. That's what the difference is when it's 3 versus this. So that's what I would do. But I thought one directional meant they just go in one direction only and keep going, but that don't. They'll come here and turn around, they'll go another way, they'll do whatever they want. So that apparently doesn't mean that. I don't know exactly what it means perfectly, but I do know when I put it down, that's the way I set it up is, if I have lines like this to do what theirs is doing, I put one directional when they're close together like this in this long line. But when I put it the other way, like what this other one was right here, I'll put the 3, only the 3 here. I won't put the one directional one, but I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we can delete all that if we want, or we'll wait and delete it in a second. But we're going to go ahead and delete the ones that I just did before. Let me get to them. Where are we? I want to at least be where I was supposed to be at. Oh, here we go. Alright, this is the first one I did. Okay. So, we'll start with this one. We'll delete it, and we'll do the other one. But basically, let me collapse this. Alright, this one's only going to have 3. So we're going to tend to that right now. So we'll go ahead and delete this whole set right here. But I just want to find where that spot is. I guess I do have the control career start point over there, so I can find it again. Where is it at? Okay, as long as I got the career start point there, I'll leave it there. Alright, then I can get back there, so I can delete this without a problem after I get back to here. Okay, I just want to be able to get there because I don't know where that place is at. Alright, so we're going to delete my other one, and then we'll delete the other one in a minute, this new one. But right now we're going to go ahead and copy this and put it up here, cut it, edit, cut, paste into gameplay. Alright, so now we're going to click on this. We already have our information in here, and now we need to make a spline. We're going to hit create spline. We're going to name this one spline 1. You could name it whatever you want. I would suggest you name it whatever this area is. Like if this has a specific name or something, I don't know, name it to whatever this area is going to be. Like, you know, if you're naming a building, a certain building, village, blah blah blah, they name theirs a certain thing. So if you'll look, it's village and village 2 canal, blah blah blah. You just pick something, whatever you want. It really don't matter. I'm just gonna say spline 1. But if I was doing my main map, I would name it something. Could be town, could be city, could be whatever. Something else, anything, whatever you want to do. Spline 1. Now we're gonna cut it, and we're gonna paste it into pedestrian system. Alright, so now that we have that, we're ready to put it on the ground here. We're gonna hit Control B, gonna left mouse click right here, double click to get it to finalize. Then we're going to come on down. Now remember, there is a key thing that you need to know and remember. Say your map, when you're doing this, there may be a car here in an XML that you can't see. Then you can't have this going through this area where the car is going to be, because they're just going to run into it and not move anymore. So it needs to be where there's no other things that they're going to have issue with, triggers or cars or whatever. So in this case, we need to make sure where we putting it, you know, like this. So I'm gonna just hit Control B again, make sure it's over a little bit. Well, not quite that far. Alright, so now I'm gonna roll in, and we're gonna basically go ahead and get to it. Let me make sure this is working. Okay, turn that off. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and start moving it. We're starting here, and we're going to go ahead and just walk around the corner. I'm going to click it on E, and we're going to hit insert, and you can hit Control B and then left click so that you're placing it on the ground in case there's like hills. You want if there's hills going up and then down, you need to keep them kind of close, so that hit insert on the keyboard, INS insert, and then hit Control B and then left mouse click where you want it to go, so that puts that dot back on the ground. Sometimes if you hit insert, depending on where this was at, if you pull this up in the air and then keep hitting insert, it's going to be not on the ground. Basically, you want it to be on the ground, so when the people walk, they're on the ground and not under the ground or above the ground, not floating. Because if this goes under, the line goes under the ground, they're going under the ground, their feet's going to get cut off. Okay, so now we're going to go on and just keep hitting. You can hit insert as long as you're on the ground, and just keep hitting it. It'll go pretty straight as long as you were straight, like so. So I'm going to just keep hitting insert in this case since it's pretty straight. And you can always check. You need to always make sure it's actually on the ground. Make sure it was the last one was on the ground. And if you see you got a problem, you have to fix it. So you can delete if you do one wrong. Just hit delete on the keyboard. Alright, so now we're going to hit insert a little further, and then we're going to one more pass. Then we're going to hit Control B and then left mouse click and pick our spot. And as long as I'm holding Control B down, I can keep clicking until I decide where I want it. See how I'm doing? So now I finalize it, let it go. Okay, and then you can hit insert and then Control B, and if you want to straighten it out a little, there you go. Insert, 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 insert. You can just do that. Alright, left click where you want it so it finalizes it, or it's going to pull it back over there where you were. So we're going to come on in a little bit. We're going to hit Control B, try to straighten it up a little. Now we're going to hit insert, 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 and up. See, I clicked it, so it kind of messed me up. I'm going to hit delete one. Okay, so now I'm going to hit insert, insert. I want them to act like they came here, saw it was closed, and turn around and go back or whatever. You know, it really don't matter. This is just an example. So we're going to try to make sure to see how this is under the ground. When I was doing the inserting, that's why there's an issue. So if you have that problem, I don't know if I should leave it so you see how much their feet's going to be under the ground, or basically if you have this problem and you're like, oh no, I would just go on back. I wouldn't keep going. I would go on back to the spot. and go back to this last little area where it was up, and then I would hit insert, Control B, and click it so it's on the ground where you can see it. Control B, click it, insert, Control B. Oops, I accidentally didn't click it twice. You have to click it twice to finalize it. Insert, Control B, insert, Control B, insert, Control B, double click, insert, Control B, double click, insert, and click it. Good enough. Let me turn around where you made a little crook, looks like. Oh, I guess, oh, that's a light. Okay. Control B will straighten this out a little bit. And you can make it a little longer, so don't panic. Alright, left mouse click. So they're going to follow that and turn around and go back. Okay? So we're going to hit save real quick. And before we... Why did it say WW spline? Alright, I'm going to change it to take that away. Okay. I have no idea why I did that. I must have bumped it. Now, what we're going to do is you click on it. We got information we need to add to it. We have not added to it. So let's click down here and then let's click off of that to change that because it didn't change. There it goes. We have information we need. So let's go find the information we need. Go back into the XML, i3D XML, and see below the pedestrian system here. You could go by the node, whatever your node is, save it, open it up again in your own i3D, and you have to name it. Really what I'm trying to say, you got to name all this stuff here. So there's only these two different options. They could be 3 or they could be 4, one with one directional. So we're going to go ahead and do the 3 because this one is going to be the 3 because it's just a straight shot. So what you're going to need to do is go ahead and copy this 0.25 and copy. Now you can't change this, so you're not stuck to it, but in this case we're going to keep it the same. Alright, for now. And it's going to be a float and density. You got to remember it's a lowercase for the density. So now go back. Alright, so we're going to go back to here. We're going to go ahead and change it to float. Make sure it's highlighted, your spline is highlighted, and put density. And then hit add. And then we're going to copy, paste this into the area. The 0.25. So we're going to pick, for the first one, this density stuff, and then we're going to pick group name, string, standard. So we're going to go ahead and highlight standard, copy, and remember string and group name, capital N. So we're going to go back, and we're going to go back to the one we were on. We're going to remember string, group, lowercase, make sure you spell it right, capital N and lowercase a-m-e, add, and then we're going to paste standard in there, and then we're going to go back and look back into the notepad, click on it, and you're going to look, and it's going to say float, and you're going to have the width, and you're going to pick this number. So you can also change that number, but we're going to keep it for now. And remember what they want a float and the width. So we're going to go back, put float, and write width, and it's all lowercase in this case. Alright, we're going to add, and we're going to put this number here, and we got that. So we're good to go there. This one's done. This one could be done and checked in game. And then also, once you're done with it, go ahead and turn off the visibility. Okay, and now when you go in game, it won't be a line laying out. Okay, so now there's a couple ways you can do this, but I like to redo it from scratch. I don't really like duplicating it. Some people like to duplicate it. You can, and it'll keep this information here in there, but I don't mind putting it in there because I'd rather start from scratch and not duplicate it. But that's up to whoever's doing it. Okay, so if you want to do that, you can do that, move each little deal, but I don't like doing that, so I'm gonna make a new one. I'm gonna hit create spline, and then I'm gonna go ahead and name it let's name it before we move it. Number 2. And then we're going to cut it and roll up. As soon as it cuts it, roll up and put it in Pedestrian. Hit edit and paste and let it do its thing. Now we have it. And now we're going to start adding all that stuff again. Now you can go ahead and add what you know if you remember everything. But if you don't remember, just go back where you are. Go back in here. And look, it says float, density, and then you'll get this number. So we're going to get the number for now. We can change it. So density and float. So we're going to go back. That's why it would probably be good. That's just my dog shaking off. Probably be good to write it down, but or memorize it, whatever. We're going to put density, and then we're going to hit add, and then we're going to paste this in the number. This number we got right here. Now you can change that to more people, and if you do, where it says when we're adding that one directional and it's all close together, they're going to crowd one another a little bit. It won't be so bad if they've got open spaces on each side of them to where it ain't going to matter. They ain't going to walk off a cliff or something. But if they're going to be by a cliff or somewhere where they could walk into something, I wouldn't put too many. But I'm going to put it at this and show you, and then I'll do something else. So now we're going to go back and try to hurry. Go on back and get the other one. And we'll say string group name standard. We'll go ahead and copy standard. And don't cut this. This is your main game or you messed it up. So string group name, capital N. Go back. Alright. String group. Make sure you spell it right. Name. Hit add. And paste this. And standard. Okay, so now the other one you got is a boolean, and it's 1. You're going to click in the name box and write 1 I'm sorry, I missed my button. Directional, and you're going to hit add and put a check in the box. Make sure you spell it right, and if you don't understand, go back to the editor notepad and you'll see one of them has that, and that's what you put. It's a boolean, and it's true, which just means they checked it. And then you'd write that, or you could copy it. Just come in here and copy it, and then right click copy, go back in here, make sure it's on the one that's always on, and then put that in the box, paste, and hit add. So, and if you had a problem, you misspelled something, click the X to get rid of it. And in this case, I'll just add the one I copied and pasted, and we'll stick a check mark there. And now we have one more, and the last one is the same as before. We'll go back, and it's a float and width and 0. In this case, it's the thing, or it could be 1.25. It really differs on what you're doing. You can change them, like I said, so it really don't matter. So pick one, and you're going to do it in small increments and figure it out. But it's a float and width. So we're going to go back, put it on float, type in width, make sure it's spelled right, copy this in and paste it. Alright, and then you're going to hit save real quick for a second. And now I want to go to where we're done with all that for now. I want to go to where the career start point is, so I know where I'm going to put that down at. Just gets me there quicker. I'm going to put it here where that other one was. I'm going to be deleting theirs shortly, but I'm showing it for now, just for a second, just for reference. Alright, so now we're going to roll back down to our gameplay, go back to the splines 2, and we're going to hit Control B as in boy, and then we're going to left mouse click, left mouse click. Okay, now we're going to click on E. Now we need to make sure that theirs are, whichever one it was, this one is invisible, so that we hopefully don't be messing with it. If you put it invisible, then you can't mess with it or change it. So if you're like, I need to move this and it's not moving, you need to make it visible again. Okay, now we're going to go ahead, we've clicked on, let me see what we got here. Oh, we clicked off of it. Let's come back. We're going to click on the E, and we're going to head this way. Alright, so since it's pretty straight, let me make sure it's straight. Pretty straight. It ain't perfect, but it's pretty straight. We're going to go ahead and just start hitting insert. Insert. And I'm going to have to check it and make sure, but It should be okay. And it may be a little close, but just make sure you put it where it's not so close. But I think it's good. Just don't think it's too close. Hopefully. It may be, but we'll see. Hit Control B and start around this corner, and you can back it up a little there. And something like that. And then you hit Insert. Control B is in boy. Left mouse click. Left mouse click. That's a little... I'm trying to get it. We'll do that. And then we'll get this. Control B. I hit Insert. And then we'll do that. Now we're going to hit Insert, 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 Insert. And then we're going to hit Control B, left mouse click, and then we'll start turning, and left mouse click again. That's decent. Ain't perfect, but it's good enough, I guess. Alright, so hit Insert. Control B is in boy. Actually, that's not good enough. I don't like the way that is. Go back to here. Hit Insert. Control B. I want it to start turning sooner. Right there. Left mouse click, Insert. Control B. Left mouse click once. You don't have to do it twice every time, just if you're going to finalize it. Insert. Control B is in boy. Left mouse click if you want. Insert. Control B. And you can hold Control B down and move it. Like, keep holding Control B down and you can get it situated, okay? Then let go. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. And then finalize it before you move it. Like, start moving around till you can, because you'll drag it with you if you don't. Insert. Control B is in boy. Left mouse click, Control B. And then keep holding it down while you're clicking around. Insert. Control B is in boy. Left mouse click, Insert. Control B, left mouse click. You don't have to hit it twice. You can, but you don't have to. Insert. Control B, Control B. I mean, one Control B, and left mouse click. And then you're going to come over here where you see, after you finalize it by double clicking, so you can move, hit Insert. Control B. Oh, I accidentally did something wrong. Oh no, I hit the wrong button. Okay, so we need to hit Control B. Alright, right there. Insert. Control B as in boy. Insert. Control B as in boy. Insert. Control B as in boy. Insert. Insert. Control B. And so on. And double click it to finalize it so I can move a little bit. And you get it the way you want it. Insert, 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 insert. Now I'm going to start Control B in it. Get it curving a little bit. Right there. Insert. Control B. Insert. And now I'm going to turn where I can get close. Alright. Control B. And then Insert. Control B. I'm going to try to straighten it a little bit. And now I'm going to start hitting Insert. Alright. And then left mouse click right there till I get over there. There we go. And now I'm going to hit Control B again because I want to adjust that a little bit. There we go. Insert. Control B. Try to just get it the same distance apart. Control B. Just try to eyeball it and get them equal. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. Wherever you think that it should go. Finalize it. Roll in. Look at it. Pretty good. Now we're going to get over here and we're going to start getting going. Insert. Control B. We're going to go ahead and come out a little further. Insert. Control B. We'll straighten it out now. Somewhere in there. Straighten it out. Come on now. Straighten out. And now we can... Uh-oh, it wasn't straight. Alright. It's okay. We're going to undo it. Just undo if you make a mistake. And then I'm going to hit delete. 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 I want to drag this over one more time. Delete. Alright, Control B. Try to get it more straight where when you actually start inserting, it's going to go straighter. Alright, that's a little better. So I'm just hitting insert, nothing else. And roll out a little. I'm going to click right by the E for a second just to finalize it so I can move without dragging it. And come on back around. Now, come where you can see a little bit better. Alright, we need to move it. Control B. Now we straightened it a little bit. Now we're going to keep hitting insert, insert, insert. And the problem is I'll have to delete one because I had to move. So try to keep yourself where you can end it. And then insert, insert, insert. Control B as in boy. Left mouse click where you want it while you're holding it down until you get it good. Because you got to leave room because you're coming back in a minute. Okay? So insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. And then start insert, 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 insert. Insert. Then I'm on the left mouse click near it so I can get on over there to move it again. And now we're going to Control B to straighten it out a little. And then insert. Control B. We're going to start curving it here. Insert. Oops, I accidentally hit the wrong button. Control B. Insert. Control B. And now we need to roll where we can see. That's just my dog shaking off. And we're going to come on around. And now I'm going to back off it. I don't like that. I want it to come over some more. Hit Control B. Bring it on over. Oops, I accidentally deleted that. Insert. Control B. Start pointing it right there. Insert. Control B as in boy. Put it kind of in the center. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B. Insert. Control B as in boy. Insert. Control B as in boy. And just keep working your way around. Control B as in boy. Insert. 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 Control B as in boy. Alright, so now we're going to get on down so I can see. And we'll undo that one because that's not letting me move. As you can see, I'm going to back this one up. I'm going to hit delete. I'm going to go ahead and hit delete to back off of that. I want to straighten it out a little more. Insert. I don't want to go too far. Control B. Alright, my mouse is gone. Bye-bye. Okay. So, roughly speaking, that ain't working. Okay, Control B. Alright, insert, Control B. We're going to try to keep it straight. Somewhere along there. I don't know. And then hit insert, 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 insert. Click over here by it somewhere. And then come on over where I can see. And now we need to curve it. Control B. And we can back off if we have to. And hit insert, Control B. And some of this can be a little finicky, so you gotta just be patient. Control B. I know some of you's like, oh, I don't want to do all that. Alright, so now we're gonna roll in. Back out where we can see a little bit. Looks pretty straight. We're gonna hit insert, 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 insert. And we're gonna run over here. It ain't perfectly straight, but it's pretty close. So now we're gonna get up closer. We're gonna hit Control B. We're gonna hover over here, and we're gonna hit S to stitch it, and it's gonna stitch it to this other one so that it comes on and goes straight on through. Now we're done with that. Now we can turn the visibility off, and we're good to go. We've have everything. Now we can change this, but I want to show it to you regular first, and then I may run back in and show it to you changed. But hopefully everything works. So now I got to save it. I've already got the career start point over here, so I won't be able to show you the other spot. Where is it at? I just wonder how far away we are from it. Let me click on it and see. Oh, we're not that far. So I could walk that far. I might walk that far. Just run down this road, come over here, and go show you that one. Okay. I'll probably walk that far to show you that one. Just got to remember which way to go. Okay. Alright, we're going to save it. I don't think I missed anything. Everything should be good to go. And make sure your map is in the mods folder so you can put it in game. And now we're going to go in game. And here we go. Hopefully it'll load pretty quick. And we'll speed through all this. Get this loaded up. Get on in the game. Go to the FR map. Deselect. Hit start. And it should load right up hopefully. And off we go. Appreciate everybody. If you like this tutorial, please hit the like button. Share the video. It helps the channel grow. Please leave a comment. Tell me if you like it. Go ahead and come in. Excuse me. And now you see we have somebody walking in. And we had it set low on purpose so that he would not be crowded in. So we got 2 people. And there they go. He's walking around there. Trying to keep them both in view for you. He's going to walk around what we did and come back. Now we had it a little close to there, so you see you can adjust it. So it's best to test it so you know. And see, he's walking right along. She's like, I'm faster than you. Of course you are, lady. Look how young you are. Alright. And as you see, they're going to make this turn. Sometimes they'll turn around right there on that spot and go back. And then she's going to come this way. And then she's going to whip around. And here he comes. He's like, I'm catching up with you. Girl, you slowing down. Don't let him beat you. And she's coming right along. I want to try to show you when she gets to that spot over here. And then we'll go look at the other area. He's gaining on you. Look out, girl. Somewhere's in here. It's like right here. So keep an eye out. See if she does anything different. A little bit. See, she kind of she just turned around. That's normal. They make a big turn. So if you don't want it too close, just make them away from the wall a little more. Oh, there he did it. That's what you have to watch out for. See, it's because she's on there too, and when they come near each other, it throws them off. So that's what I was talking about. So when you set in the density, it can throw them off. See, and then it made him mess up because he skipped her and did all that other nonsense. He's being silly. But anyway, let's go look at the other one. You get the point. Just keep it away from the wall a little bit. You know, try to set it up better, as straight as you can. A little further away. Of course, you gotta watch out. They'll go on the road if you put more people. It'll be a lot. You could put a lot of people here, but they're gonna be all over the place. But let me go on down and show you this one real quick. Try not to make this video too long. But I'm trying to give you all the information you need so it helps you. I don't know every single thing about Giants Editor, but I know a good bit. I try to show what I learn to know. So don't try to make it too hard for you. I'm gonna just cut through here. And we're almost there. Hurry up. And there should be people walking up over here. But, oh, I got a fence in my way. We'll find out. If not, we'll have to fix it. If I'm at the right place. Yep, there he is. Walking in. There, see, there's the vehicles I was telling you about to make sure they're not going to hit them. See, I remember I put it way over here. And then he turned. And he's going to walk over here and turn around. And remember, I got that number low, so it's not many people. So, or it's only one in this case because it was low. And then he whips around, goes back. But if I set that number higher, it'd be more people. And it also depends on what, I guess, the length of your little area too. I don't know. I don't think it necessarily does, but it must a little bit because sometimes it works better than others. Let's just put it that way. And he's going to turn around when he gets to here. And then I'm going to go ahead and back out of here. Oh, he turned around. I thought it was further. It was right here. The start point was right here. So he turned around and he's like, I'm going back. But see, he would have walked into this car and just stopped if you put that line through any of this kind of stuff. So you don't want it there, and you don't want it in the road, and you'll be good. And as you can see, it works, and so you're all set, and you don't have your line in there or nothing. So, but I think that's going to be it for this video. I can't think of anything else I was supposed to tell you, but like I say, you can put it in there. You can change the other information. Let's go on back out. Quit. Oh, I guess I should show you the changing of it. I mean, I don't know. I hate to make the video very long, but let's do it. Let's just do it. We're going to get wild. It's going to be out of control. I'm warning you, it's out of control. But we're going to put the density of number 1. What is number 1? Let's do 2. Try 2. We'll try 2. We should just try both of them. Let's put 5 on the density on both of them. And what's this other one? Is it 12252? We'll leave that for now on that. You could put it more, the width. You could put it at 2, but like I say, it depends on what you're doing, where you're at. I'm going to save it and say that's good. And we're going to go back in game and see if it worked out okay. Because sometimes, like I said, it don't. You have to. It's sometimes a little finicky. You got to see what you can do. And it should be okay now. And let's try to hurry, and then we'll call it a video. And hopefully I can upload this. It's probably very long. I'm trying. Hurry. Alright. And I'm going to be working on my map more and getting more specific. Right now I'm just plotting it out. It's not going to look pretty or nothing right now. I'm just getting it set up, you know, where it can work, you know, where I can figure where things are going to be and stuff like that. Yep, there's all the people. Now watch what they're going to do. That's at 5. The density is at 5, and that's what. See, he's coming off because he's got to go around these people, and some of them's going to go out the wall. See him? He's out the wall. Some of them's going to go out. See, he went way out. So he had to go around. See, so that's what I'm saying. So you're going to want to put it where it's not going to be a problem. But basically, they'll go way out, walking all over here. See them? Because they got to go around. But you get the point. Let's run on over here, and then we're going to get this episode done. Wish I could run faster. This is as fast as I go. I don't even have I don't think I have the speed run on here. I might. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I do. I think I took everything out to make it load faster. Should have left that in there so I can run. Hurry. Alright. We're almost there. And let's see what we got on people over here. Show you. Oh, look at the crowd over here. My goodness, look at them. It's a group. What are they gonna do? Go fight somebody? Oh my goodness, it's a gang. Oh boy, who did something? Somebody got fired, and it's what is going on, people? Y'all are just angry. Look at you. They all quit. They said, we quit. We protesting. And as you can see, it's a lot more people. And if you got enough room, it doesn't look so bad. See, that don't look bad. And they just like, well, we walk through each other a little bit. But see, you can see that it changes it quite a bit. So you don't want it quite that high probably, because you want it to look pretty good. But I mean, I think that's decent. They're just going to whip around and go back. Well, we changed our mind. Give us a raise and we won't quit. Alright, oh, look at this one. She's slow. This one's the slow one. Oh, you broke your back. Oh, that's not good. I'm going to go ahead and delete this one and then show it because I forgot to delete it on the other area now. So we're going to delete the main one and hit save so that you know that this one is the one that's working and not that one. And then we're going to go in game again, if I can get to it, and show you that it works without theirs. I didn't realize I didn't delete it, but here we go. Alright, and there we go. And let's get this show on the road. Won't take long. It just had to update all that information. And there we go. Now there you go. Now this is running off mine for sure. Now remember, I told you if you add more, which is on 5, it's going to make them go out of the area. That was the point in adding. Oh, she's walking on the ledge like she's like, I'm going to jump. No, you're not. This is not a swimming hole. Well, actually there is water down there somewhere. But anyway, we'll run on over. Oh, there's a deer. Come here. Oh, no, we better not. But we've seen the other, but I'll go show you again since I had to delete that. So I had to edit this video a little bit because it's a little long. I may have to put it out. I may have put it out in 2 parts. I don't know. If it's all together, you got lucky. If it's in 2 parts, it's because I was able just to wait all day for it to upload. It's going to take hours to upload this. But I'm trying to show you everything you need to know. Or everything you want to know. Alrighty. Get on over here. Where are you at? There we go. I think it's over here. There they are. And see, it works still. It was working off mine. It wasn't working off the other one. And as you can see, they're going to come over here, turn around where I put it, and say nope. And they dodging one another. They're like, nope, nope. And that is the width thing. I believe the width makes them how wide they can go. Like right now it's at like 1.25, so it's probably narrow. But if it's at like 4, it'd be like from here to here or something. I don't know. It'd be a lot bigger, I would think. I haven't did a run of it. But anyway, there you go. It works with me. After I deleted that one, I just forgot to do it. But anyway, this will be added into the video. Hope you enjoyed, and catch you on the next one. Please hit the like button, subscribe, turn on your notification bell if you want to receive a notification every time I post a video. Goodbye, everybody.